We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
On red. 11. There we go.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, go. Hey, I'm gun.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Lawrence will throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now receiver in motion left. They run out of the gun with Swift. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Penny is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Red on red. Think right.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Lawrence going to throw again. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
11, add it. 11, add it.
Now Lawrence. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Think right open.
Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Extra point from McManus is good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And this is caught. It's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Hey, let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Motion left, Smith. On the handoff, this is Swift. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Hurts. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. but that brings up fourth. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, kill.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And quickly, they get to the line.
11.
They go play action with Lawrence. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
13, Luke.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2nd down and 6 now.
Take right open. Sink right. Silver.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, lie.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He's into the secondary, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Right back to Swift again on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Once again, it's Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a first down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 26 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
All right, let's go.
On first down, Lawrence. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Lawrence to throw on second down. It got his man, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 42 yards. And the Jags are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They try, but unsuccessful. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 59 yards. And the Eagles have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
30 left.
A final shot now for Lawrence. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
No, touch that.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. On the option to give to Swift here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Hurts changing up the play.
63.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Tua going to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go play action with Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On third down, here comes Swift. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try it now with Swift, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. This one out quickly to Watkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 56 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 46 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by Chosen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And I think the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's caught inside the 35. The 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's got it down to the 28. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw out wide is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Throwing is Hurts. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, that's Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he works free. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
73, no touch.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And Hurts going to move him around. They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Hey, let's go.
Hurts. And he comes back with one complete.
Hey, let's go.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No touch.
They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Second down. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On play action, they'll throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 35 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity, or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 39. Play action. Now it's Tua. Escaping the pressure right.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Mostert. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On second down, Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says,
in case y'all didn't know that by now,
defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs.
I'm that fucking
That's why
nigga.
defending the home field is vital.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
this play was bullshit. Look at it, man. We had him in the fucking backfield. Well, not really in the backfield, but we had him tackled right there. Missed the tackle. Missed another tackle. Stood up. And he fucking scored. What's good, Aiden? That was bullshit. Look, we even touched him. Look at it. We even touched the nigga and he even like fall down nothing. I even tried hit sticking his ass. That ain't work. That was crazy. You talking about on that first tackle or? Look, this where. All right, so this is the first tackle. Look, I dove. I clicked onto him, and we touched him. Look, his hand is in his face. We literally touched him. He didn't even fucking budge. Then look, tried to hit him again. Broke the tackle, stood up. And then I don't know what the hell number 26 doing. He was just fucking walking. And he just scored. I like that play was bullshit. I'm surprised he didn't drop the ball right there because Rams was right there. Exactly. Exactly. He could have had like about 15 yards right there, you know what I'm saying? I would have been fine with it. But missing these tackles is crazy. That should have been a pick. But who's that? Waddle or Hill? Oh, that's Hill. That should have been a pick. I didn't even try to animate right there. Well, let me rephrase that. It didn't let me animate. I recovered the fumble, but I was out of bounds. If you're talking about like today's stream, it's almost a minute 30. Well, it's a minute 30 now, but I've been streaming for about 3 years now. That last game I played, this dude both threw for 288 yards. Like, that was crazy. Yeah, man, I'm trying to. Let me see if anybody joined the CFM. Cause I'm about to be in the CFM soon. Oh, shit. Alright, bye, Puff.